Hola artistas! Welcome to our community workshop. I'm so excited to be making art with all of you today. Me llamo Nini y soy una artista docente en LACMA. En nuestro taller de hoy, vamos a hacer un proyecto inspirado por el arte Nazca de Perú. We will be looking closely at a fragment of textile we have in the museum's collection, while also exploring and experimenting the different ways we could create patterns and manipulate paper materials. So let's get inspired together and make some art. Today, we will examine a piece of woven fabric that came from the south coast of Peru in South America. This fragment is estimated to be made about 1600 years ago by the people of the early Nazca culture, which is also the name of the modern-day city and system of rivers in this region today. Fabrics like this were made of fibers from the wool of camelid animals, a tradition still practiced today. Tela como esta ha sido hecho de lana de alpaca o llama, que son de la familia de camélidos. The threads could be dyed in a variety of different natural colors, like reds, browns, greens, creams, grays, and blacks.
Después, los hilos se tejieron para crear decoraciones y diseños muy detallados. Let's do some close looking for observation. ¿Qué formas, colores o líneas ven? ¿Pueden reconocer un patrón? Patterned textiles like this early Nazca fragment give us a glimpse into the rich history of textile making in Peru.
Pattern making is a beautiful art form that could also represent yourself and the world around you. Let's think about it. A pattern is a design that repeats itself. If you could create a pattern on a material, what would it look like? ¿Cómo pueden usar formas para crear un diseño de patrones? Let's practice being creative with a scavenger hunt.
Busquen cosas pequeñas que se pueden usar como plantillas para trazar formas. Es bueno encontrar una variedad de formas y tamaños. Y busquen como 3 o 4 plantillas. Some easy finds around your home could be caps to different containers, small carton boxes, items you can find in your room, kitchen, classroom, bathroom, and maybe even outside. This can be done on your own or with a group of people around you.
You could hit pause while you look for all your items, and I'll be here when you're ready.
Para empezar, van a necesitar 2 pedazos de papel de 2 diferentes colores. If you don't have colored paper, you can use printer paper, magazine paper, or newspaper. It could be any paper around your home that you're allowed to use for crafts. También van a necesitar un lápiz, tijeras, y pegamento. If you have a glue stick, it's a little bit easier to use than liquid glue for this project. Y ahora van a escoger cuáles marcadores quieren para su proyecto. I would suggest picking colors you feel go well with your paper. Y hasta lo pueden probar en el mismo color de papel que van a decorar. And last but not least, you need the stencils you found for your scavenger hunt. I have this pink cardboard box, a deodorant cap, a marker cap, and I think that's all I really need. It's safe to have 1 or 2 extra stencils just in case you need more as you go along. Now let's begin! Van a decidir cuál papel quieren al frente. Picking the lighter color to be in the front will really help your marker decorations to stand out. The back paper works as a strong support, but also it has its time to shine as well. Vamos a pegar los 2 papeles juntos, así que voy a hacer el papel morado más chico que el papel azul para que se vea. As you can see here, I'm just folding out the parts I don't want so I know where to cut. You definitely don't need to be perfect, but if you feel more comfortable, you can use a ruler. You could also play with the different shapes. I'm just sticking to this rectangle shape because it's the easiest for me. Si quieren, pueden jugar con diferentes formas, como la tela nazca. Now we're going to add texture by crumpling up both papers. Vamos a arrugar los dos papeles para que se vea viejo y con mucha textura. The more you wrinkle it up, the more aged it looks. Cuando terminen, van a abrir el papel bien delicadamente y aplastarlo sobre la mesa. As you open up the paper, you will notice some rips that occurred during the wrinkling and opening. This is actually perfect for the look we're trying to go for. Van a seguir rompiendo y rasgando el papel hasta que se vea más como tela vieja. Hasta pueden usar las tijeras para cortar las esquinas. Just keep tearing, ripping, and cutting until you're happy with the results. Y ahora, tiempo de hacer patrones. Let's think about it. Un patrón es una forma que se repite. So it's a great idea to experiment first with your stencils to see where you can make the shapes repeat themselves. Es bueno empezar con la plantilla más grande y después usar los más chicos para las otras partes. Vamos a trazarlo con un lápiz y después vamos a decorarlo con los marcadores para que se vea todo muy bien. ¿Cuáles formas usaron con sus plantillas? My pattern is rectangle, oval, rectangle, oval, rectangle. I'm going to go over it with marker so we can all see it clearly and we'll put some fun color into it. ¿Qué colores escogieron para su patrón? Es fácil elegir un color para una forma y otro color para otra forma. I'm picking the color green for my ovals, and we'll continue to think about other colors I could incorporate in my design. Para las partes más pequeñas es bueno usar la plantilla más chica. Para mí es mi capa de marcador. You can also keep using your small stencils for the inside decoration of the shapes. You can pretty much stick your patterns anywhere you want to. For the inside of my rectangles, I'm just going to play with some triangular shapes freehand without stencils, but you're welcome to continue with your stencils or just be creative and try some freehand yourself. Vamos a seguir dibujando con el lápiz y después podemos usar los marcadores. I invite you to also incorporate things into your drawing that represent you or your environment. For me, I have this vine outside my house that blooms in the springtime and many hummingbirds come visit. So I think I'm going to draw a little hummingbird in each oval and perhaps some flowers sticking out of it. Los invito a seguir dibujando y coloreando a gusto. Voy a seguir poniéndoles colores a mis formas para tener un patrón muy decorado. Please enjoy your time getting in all your colors and fun details into your pattern. Remember, there's no need to be perfect, and it's all about experimentation and working with the shapes you got. As for me, you can see my triangles are not that even, but I'm still having fun coloring and enjoying the process. Sometimes I like to play with some dark lines to really make some shapes pop out more than others. As my last finishing decoration, I'm gonna add those little pink flowers outside of my house to add something soft next to the hummingbirds. Le estoy agregando unas líneas onduladas al fondo del papel solo para darle un poquito de más textura al diseño y el patrón. Right before gluing both of your pieces together, this is a great time to add any little extra rips or tears within. It could be on the front paper or the back paper. I think I'm going to try a peekaboo effect by making some little holes in my patterns, but not too much to destroy the design. Si desean que su papel se vea hasta más antiguo, pueden rascar el interior para hacer unos huequitos. And now it's finally time to glue both our pieces together. You're going to gently put glue on the outer edges and slowly work your way in, being very gentle with the paper. Hay que tener mucho cuidado cuando ponemos el pegamento en el papel. Pueden usar una mano para aguantarlo mientras ponen el pegamento. Once you flip over the paper on top of the other one, you can press down gently and make sure you get all the corners and sides. And voila! If you want to keep practicing, you could try different shapes and different colors of paper and markers.
I hope you all enjoyed creating art with me in our workshop today. It was fun to examine Nazca textiles and patterns, while also getting a chance to experiment with patterns on our own. Los invitamos a seguir creando con nosotros. Hagan clic en el botón de subscribe para seguir recibiendo notificaciones cuando salgan nuevos videos de Communities Create LA. También pueden unirse en nuestros talleres en vivo el segundo y el cuarto miércoles de cada mes a las 4 p.m. ¡Nos vemos! ¡Chao!